Hello? Guys, I might be live on both YouTube and Twitch today. Chat window. Trying to figure out where to put all this stuff. Can I make this small? Okay. Just do this. Oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's really not what I wanted. Okay. We might be good. I think we're good. The only thing is that how do I know if people are watching my stream on YouTube? It's been so long since I've streamed on YouTube, I'm doing like something different. It's fine though. Yo, what's up, Lint Liquor? Thank you for the good luck on the hunts. Alright, let's get this set up. We're doing Safari Week. I figured for Safari Week, because special occasion, we should maybe see about streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time again. See how that goes. So let's get these games set up. Turn the TV off so there's no glare on that game. Let's get into the right spot. Hopefully I set up this emerald again properly. I think I did. I just got a shiny Pikachu. Exclamation recent, I guess. You want to check that out? Right. That's a sweet hat. Thank you, thank you. Yo, what's up, Josh Arar? Thank you for the shiny luck. Dude, I did exclamation recent in my chat before I went live so I could copy it and put it into the YouTube Nightbot command thing. And it's still in chat, and now it's like it's really confusing me. Alright, let's get these games in the right spot. Wait, flute it up. Hopefully I put the... I did, okay. I guess it doesn't matter if Pikachu's in the front of my party. Because I didn't get encounters on the way there. Okay. It always takes a minute to set this up the first time to get like in all the safari zones and what, but you know, we're chilling, we're chilling. I did get a Pikachu, yes. It was a male one too, which is the one I needed more, so that's really good. Let me check something really quick. Hopefully everything's running good, too. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't see everything on screen. Congrats on the Pika? Yes. It was a good one to get. Okay, let's get these games in the right spot. Apologies if I'm a little all over the place today. I am trying to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I'm not, it's hard to like see everything at once. Getting an encounter already. Any specific targets? We want Jigglypuff in Heart Gold Soul Silver. We want Male Doduo in Fire Red Leaf Green. And then Emerald, we want Pikachu. At this point, doesn't matter what gender, because, well, we still would prefer a male one, because that would just, you know, give us some real estate, but we still need one for Alolan Raichu, so we're doing all right. Chris Mar, thank you for the shiny luck. Let's put White Flute down on these games. Okay. Alright, almost set up. Once we set this up, it's like smooth sailing. It just takes a minute to get all these games going. Mr. Unfunny, thank you for the shiny luck. Other than that, other than the stuff I, like, mentioned, like, we'll take anything we need. Like, I'll take an Oddish, because I need Blossom still. I'll take Hoppip. I'll take Girafarig. I'll take Natu. We'll take whatever. But we're really trying to complete the gender differences for Doduo and Pikachu, and trying to start Jigglypuff. Oh, I just used White Flute. Whoops. Trying to get to our spot first. Not used to this. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good to start. Let's do it. Recording. Hopefully me recording doesn't kill everything. I feel like I'm going over maximum overdrive on everything. Let me open up my counter as well. Alright. I don't even know where to put the counter. Hope you get the Jigglypuff claim. Yeah, I do too. I feel like I'm gonna fail it though. Thor, thank you for the shiny luck. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, I think we're good now. I'm going to avoid getting an encounter on that game, because that game already got an encounter. Alright, we should be good. Streaming can be stressful. No, it's just the fact that I'm streaming on 2 platforms, and I don't know if it's gonna, like... I don't know if it's, like, my internet's gonna handle it. That's the main thing. Yeah, Jigglypuff is a tough one to catch, so... I'm, like, low-key expecting... I forgot to turn off animations again on that Emerald. That's okay. That's okay though. Yeah, I am dual streaming. I wanted to test it out for Safari Week, because it is Safari Week. I just want to see how it goes, you know? That's why you find it stressful, because then one thing goes wrong, it all tends to go wrong very quickly. True. My internet's just kind of inconsistent. But I did a speed test before I went live, and it was like 55 megabits per second upload speed, which is like, that should be more than plenty. But like, there's some days where like, literally it'll be like 15. It's just like, I don't get it. Let's see if we can get some more shinies today. I'm still waiting for, like, a pop-off. I haven't had the pop-off yet. The duo is angry. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong games. Your internet company is just a warehouse hooked up to a bunch of toasters. I'm still under the impression that internet companies will throttle your internet if you use too much of it, because they don't want to spend as much on you. But I had heard that apparently it is now illegal for internet companies to throttle your internet without letting you know. So they can still do it, but I think if you ask them, they have to say if they are or not now. So, but I haven't asked, so. So they probably do. You don't trust any company these days, exactly. It's all shady stuff. Dude, do you know what we need to happen? We need to get a bunch of shinies really fast so that I'm not nervous about failing them. If I, like, pop off, I just think of back, like, Safari Week 2022. We found so many shinies that it, like, literally was, like, it didn't even matter. I was just like, alright, let's just chuck a ball at this thing. Nowadays, it's like, it takes me too long to find shinies that every time I find one, it can be the easiest thing to catch, and I'm always like, oh, I'm so nervous. Because I always just think, like, oh, I'm probably not seeing this again. I'm so glad that now I know that I don't have to pay attention to the Pikachus because the shiny is so insanely obvious on Emerald that I would have to be blind to not notice it. Saying, are you getting old out here raging against machines and grubby company overlords? Yeah. Back in my day, we didn't have internet. Actually, I'm pretty sure we always had internet. Dude, we used to have one of those old, like, Mac teardrop computers that had, like, the clear back that was blue. That thing went so hard. Dude, I always remember the days where, like, we would just go on the computer and just look up videos and stuff, or like play like Flash games on the computer. We did that all the time when we were kids. Alright, I'm actually going to do something really quick. I am going to slightly move everything over because I have extra space and I don't want to be smacking my mic every time I get encounters. Okay, I'll go a little bit more this way. Okay, there we go. We're good, we're good, we're good. There was a time when you grew up, you didn't, you were really young though, dial-up internet. Yeah, I don't remember that. That was kind of past my time, or before my time. The dial-up internet. I mean, I know the sound it made because of the memes. Simpler times, only such a cool generation. Those Flash games were peak, yeah. We have it all now. We have too much. We have too much now that we can't appreciate the little things. Being able to play Flash games. Dude, I remember playing like Defend Your Castle. That was a crazy one. Do you guys ever remember Crimson Room? It was like an escape room, and like as a kid, it like low-key terrified me, but it was like really cool because it was just like it was just eerie. Like there wasn't like anything like scary about it. It was just like an eerie situation and vibe, and you like had to like figure out. You pretty much just like clicked all around the room and stuff, and then you had to figure out. You would find things, and then you had to like figure out how to get out of the room. And it had like, it kind of had like creepy music. Like whenever you found something, it would make like this like suspenseful noise. Spent too much time on E-Bomb's World and Newgrounds. I don't think I'm familiar with E-Bomb's World, but I for sure know Newgrounds. Dude, I remember going on Albino Black Sheep. Do you remember that? That was like, it was like YouTube before YouTube, but also there were games on it. I remember when YouTube was like a new thing. I remember when my friend was like, I gotta show you this website, it's called YouTube. And it was like, it had a similar name to some other site we had went on. And I was like, I thought he was like saying the other site. He's like, no, it's called YouTube. And I was like really confused by it. Probably for the best, it was weird. Albino Black Sheep was pretty weird too. I think Albino Black Sheep's still a thing. Maybe it's not, I don't know. I remember, like, I think it's mostly about games now. Because most sites can't really compete with YouTube when it comes to, like, videos. Like, who's gonna be uploading to Albino Black Sheep, you know? YouTube used to be really weird. Dude, if you look at like old like images of the YouTube like homepage and stuff, it's crazy. It's a nostalgia trip. I'm trying to remember like what I watched on YouTube when I was really young. I remember it was mostly like Smosh. And then I know there was like, we watched like parody videos and stuff pretty much. Content that was originally on YouTube would not fly these days. Oh, for real. There's literal, like... There's clips that I'd see of, like, old YouTube videos and stuff and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said that. Dude, like, old school Ray William Johnson. I used to watch Ray William Johnson all the time. What's up, Image File? Welcome in. Dude, Ray William Johnson I think was like the first channel that I like consistently watched, I want to say. It might have been Smosh, actually. It was one of the two. Because like, when YouTube was that old, like most times you would just kind of go on to watch whatever video showed up. But like those were the channels where their videos showed up a lot. And then you kind of just were like, okay, I want to like watch these more. As a kid, though, I didn't know what subscribing meant. I thought it was like a paid subscription. Which I still think is like a weird, like... Obviously, they're not going to change it. But I've always had that mindset of like, why is it called subscribing on YouTube? Because that sounds like you're paying for something. And I think it deters a lot of people from actually like doing it. Filthy Frank? I never watched Filthy Frank. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard of Filthy Frank, if I'm being honest. Now he's posting storytelling AI slot videos. Yeah, it's really sad. Dude, sometimes I hit A on these games and it sounds like Shiny Sparkles. It's crazy. I hit A on the game with this Doduo and I thought a Shiny Sparkle happened. Salad fingers. I've seen that. I was never like into that. I think it was just one of those things that like someone like was playing at like school or something, and I was just like, what the heck is this? Oh, repel's wearing off. Scyther. It is crazy how much like content has changed. I think about like how much content has changed even in like the last few years. Like shiny hunting content has changed so much in the last like few years because just like the landscape of like how people watch videos and stuff. Like back in the day, you could just post like finding a single shiny in like Fire Red Leaf Green and that would be like a good video. You can't do that anymore. No one's gonna watch it. I see people that have like decent followings and if they'll post like a single shiny reaction video and it'll get like no views. You have to do like full compilations now, which is what I do. How am I not running from this Doduo? I keep struggling to run from the bottom game. Dude, I just remember like back in the day, like going through like, I would find like a YouTube channel that posted like shiny videos. And I would just go through their entire channel and just watch every single one of their shiny videos. I did that with Sonic's. I remember that. I watched all of Sonic's shiny videos. Those were the days. Dude, I like... Is it weird that I don't want to see a giraffe rig? I'm probably due to catch a giraffe rig. But I don't have faith in catching one. After last year? There's just still too many easy things that I could to catch that I still need that I'd rather find. Anyone else doing Safari Week? And if so, how many shinies have you caught or failed? I caught a shiny Scyther. No, I did not. The icons that are rotating are just what I'm going for, essentially. It's just one side is the Gen 3 stuff, and the other side's the Gen 4 stuff. I just didn't have enough space, so they're kind of just in the middle. They're thrown into the middle. Caught 2, failed 4. Did I run out of repel in one of these games? I feel like I did. Probably this one. No, I didn't. Okay. The stuff I've caught and failed are on the leaves. They're the things that aren't, like, fading through. Still haven't encountered anything? Dang. Yeah, it's funny. Like, you see everyone finding shinies left and right, and you're just like, man, I wish I found more shinies. And then there's always someone that just like doesn't find anything. That was me. I mean, pretty much every odd number year. Pretty much every odd number year of Safari Week, I'll be going like 20,000 plus, and like everyone will just have like 100 shinies, and I'll have like 0 or 1. that ran. I have some downtime while I'm streaming. Nice, welcome in. Love his videos. Think you did the same back in the day. Been a little busy these days. Yeah, there's so many things I want to like watch, and I just never have time every day. Like, I'll just be like, man, it's already freaking like 1 in the morning. I haven't gotten even nearly to whatever I wanted to watch. Well, dude just woke up from a nap, so you gotta head out. Good talking. Well, thank you for hanging out. It's been real. Got an execute yesterday, failed it. That checks out. Execute is like that. Hopefully you reclaim one soon. You need the execute hat. That's what you need. Stayed for 6 turns. That's impressive. That's like, I don't think I've ever had an execute stay for that long. I think the most I've had execute stay is like 3 turns. I may have had one stay for 4 turns. I could be mistaken with Rhyhorn. I know I've had Rhyhorn stay for like 4+ turns. They have the same fleet rate. Oh, how did I not get an encounter on this game? What are we doing? The 3rd Safari shiny ever, but they're all the same thing. You've only gotten execute? That's crazy. It's only 20%. For a while, Leaf Green, the only things it found in the Safari Zone were Rhyhorns and Executes. It was like Fire Red had found like a bunch of Nidorans, Execute, Venonat, Parasect, and then Leaf Green was only Execute and Rhyhorn for so many years. Could have been a female Nidoran. I actually got female Nidoran. We don't need it anymore. I'm gonna feed the eggs to your Charizard. Well, I don't think that's gonna it's gonna allow them to want to stay with you. They're probably gonna keep fleeing if you do that. Dude, all of my repels are wearing off, like, following set of encounters. Dude, already 1,000 in on this phase. Maybe we get to like 4K today? I don't know. I keep saying I'm gonna do offline hunting, and then I don't, because I'm like busy doing other things. Like, I still wanna... I wanna go through... I was saying this earlier. For my, like, drawing every Pokemon challenge, I wanna go through and, like, number all of them. Their dex numbers. For easy organization. But I don't know what side I want to put them on. Like, I don't know if I want to do it like bottom right corner, top left, bottom left, top right. I'm not sure. Top left would be easier, but I think bottom right would look better, if I'm being honest. Maybe it makes him not show up. That is true if you don't want to see him anymore. What's up, real Mr. Hater? It's going pretty well. We're 1-1-1-1 right now. Phase 4 for Safari Week. Hoping to catch one more shiny. Why do I swear I heard a shiny Sparkle? I'm so, like, delusional when it comes to this stuff. I don't see a shiny. I think I just hit the button and it just sounds like shiny Sparkle sometimes. It's funny, when I got the Pikachu, I don't even think I like noted. I didn't like hear the Sparkle, I didn't see it. It was just the Pikachu was so obviously shiny on my screen. Like I was blown away of how obvious it looked. I haven't been hunting, streaming nearly as much as you wanted to. Depression been severe. Well, hopefully you feel better. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. If you find something. One thing that's always like good to do if you're feeling down or like lack of motivation is just like look up videos of people doing something you're kind of interested in. Like maybe shiny hunting, motivate you to find a shiny. It helps a lot for me when it comes to like drawing stuff. Like anytime I like have like a lull in my drawing every Pokemon challenge, every now and then I'll see like on Twitter or like on YouTube or something, someone like makes a drawing in the old watercolor style and I'll be like, oh, I want to keep doing this, and then I'll start doing it again. Still going for Veluza, didn't get a phase yesterday. Dang. That's kind of crazy, actually. Insta-cured if you find your white whale Tauros. Yeah. But then you'll fail it, and then I don't know if that'll make you feel better. Aviation stuff is your therapy. That's good. I need myself a Doduo that's green and male because I'm shocked I haven't found one yet. I have yet to throw a rock at like anything and have them like run away. It's crazy. When I got that Pikachu, I was so worried about it because I had chucked a rock at Doduo like a million times and it stayed like every single time. And I'm like, dude, this thing's gonna run first ball. And maybe it would have, but I caught it first ball, so it was all good. Still no under 1,000 phase. We need an under 1,000 soon. I should reset these games now. Second repel off. We gotta reset the games. Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari is not for your very faint heart. Tell me about it. I failed to hop it. It somehow broke out 3 times. It's like a Nidoran male breaking out 3 times. Like, that just doesn't happen, you know? Dude, that might be like record time I got over here on these Switch games. Let me check something really quick. I'm trying to see, like... There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay. We're good, we're good. Did I do repel? I think I did. I did, okay. You wish the Great Marsh didn't have garbage options? Yeah, the Great Marsh is like only really good in Platinum. And even then, it's like all the good stuff is like super rare. Like all the stuff that's like the Great Marsh is known for, you're looking at like 10% or less. And then most of the encounters are just like normal route spawns that you can get anywhere else that are like pretty common. Like Bidoof. Bidoof. Well, Bidoof's actually rare, but B-Barrel. Shiny Venomoth can go so hard, yeah. Venomoth would go hard. Oh, I accidentally got rid of chat. There we go. I need to get used to that. Oh, maybe I should get... No, okay. I was gonna say, maybe I should get to the right spot and then I get an encounter. Favorite purple to blue shiny Scarlet and Violet, gave you 2 of them first playthrough. Yeah, Venomoth is really cool. And that checks out for Scarlet and Violet. Just casually find multiple of the same shiny in a playthrough. I gotta get back to my Shiny Living Dex speedrun challenge. That's what I gotta get back to. But I gotta finish Safari Week, and then I gotta finish my bingo card. I got 2 shinies left on that. You got the Geodude you were hunting this morning? Nice, congrats. That's awesome. Safari Zone Geodude? Oh, the tutorial one. Yeah, that's crazy. And you caught it? That's pretty cool. Are you gonna go Sandshrew now? They're very nonchalant about it. That'd be crazy if they had like different text for it. First ball, nice. It's nuts that your Scarlet Violet luck has overall been worse on Switch 2 for you than Switch 1. I don't know if it's necessarily luck, because I experienced like a very similar thing. I think mechanically it's easier to shiny hunt in the Switch 2, but I think you can actually refresh spawns faster on Switch 1 because of just how close the despawn border is. Because I feel like overall I got shinies faster on the Switch 1 version of Scarlet and Violet. You'll save Sam True for next year. Are you just done with Safari Week this year? Hey, I actually have a pretty, like, I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten so far. I do want to try to catch one more shiny, but like, realistically, I could just end Safari Week and be like totally fine. I went through and I looked at all the Safari shinies I got. My ratio for I have caught 23 Safari Zone shinies and have failed. I think it was I think it was 24 wins and like 13 fails. Let me double check. Actually, I wrote it down. Like out of every time, we got. Where the heck is this? Here we go. 23 wins, 14 fails. Okay. It's like a 62% success rate. That's pretty good. People who go for Beldum scare you. Yeah, that's something I'll just never go. Or Matang. We'll never do that. Just never do that. At least for base game, you'll remember getting one shiny initial playthrough. Everything else was post game. You don't remember how much DLC playthroughs. Dude, multiple playthroughs, I got like 3 shinies, full odds. Happy with the first event, nice. Alright, I gotta do something really quick, and I will be right back. Like, really fast. So, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. You want to get comfort noms? What do you mean by that? Like, in what context? Might do like 100 night spawns. Comfort food? Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in what context to what? You said you want to get comfort noms, though. Like, as in you said something prior to that. But you're like, but I want to get comfort. What was the thing prior to that? Oh, your entire depressed life. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe you should do that. Or get a comfort shiny. If this thing stays, I'll throw a ball at it. It stayed. You might do 100 night spawn encounters to log the data. You were trying to find proper rates of all the sources of conflicting results. For the Sandshrew, I don't remember how that worked. I just threw bait at the site. Okay, well, not throwing a ball at it, I guess. Is that for the Sandshrew you're talking about? I don't remember how that worked. It's been so long since I've had to do that. Oh, for the blocks. Ah. Yeah, at some point I plan to shiny hunt Krogunk in the it's gonna be weird because it's gonna be for like a Sinnoh quest. But, like, the best place to hunt Krogunk in Gen 4 is the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone. So, I'll probably hunt it there. And I think you need, like, a few blocks and you have to wait, like, 40 days for it. So, I've never set up any of that stuff, though. I just go for the basic stuff because I need so much stuff. Total, we're going over 100%, or like one site said there's no graveler, which wasn't right. Still further muted. What sites are you using? Because if you just get the encounter calculator, you can see like what will spawn in the areas depending on like morning, day, night, how many blocks you put for how long, stuff like that. Like if I go heart gold and go like Safari Zone, I can select the area. We're just in plant. What do you want to try to find out? Peak Zone? Peak Zone, no blocks. 20% in the morning for Graveler. Day is also 20%. And then night, there's no Graveler. It gets replaced by Wobbuffet, I think. You're using Blissey Dex and Bulbapedia. I've never even heard of Blissey Dex. And then you can get Zangoose if you put Plains blocks. Oh, and Linoon, I guess. Yeah, Bulbapedia is good for, like, seeing, like, if you can get a certain Pokemon there, and then you use the calculator to see, like, exactly the encounter rate and whatnot. And, like, how many blocks you have to put and how long, you know? You kind of have to use, like, multiple sources, typically, for stuff like that. Got it. You'll check that instead of double check your numbers. Instead of double checking numbers, huh? Yeah. So like if you're going for something specific in the Safari Zone, I would just like look up the Pokemon on like Bulbapedia, and then it'll say like Safari Zone, whatever area, this many peak blocks or something, and then I go into the calculator, encounter calculator. And I like plug that stuff in to see like how many blocks I need to place for like how many days I gotta wait, whatever, and then it tells me the encounter rate. And I can see if I can repel trick it or whatnot. So yeah. Found another shiny Quagsire in the Great Marsh after 7,632, and you caught it. Nice. Congrats. Is Quagsire hard to catch? I feel like it's pretty hard to catch. I feel like most evolutions are pretty hard to catch. Caught it after first ball, nice. So either it's not hard to catch, or you got really lucky. Just want to have your first Safari success this year? Yeah. That was me my first year of Safari Week. I went 20,000... Found an Execute, failed it. Then I went 24,000, found a Venonat, failed it. And I was just like, dude, I just want to find something and catch it. And then luckily I did at the end, but I had to do like overtime for it. Because it just took so long to get those first two phases. The worst thing that can happen for a Safari Week is not just it's not failing shinies, it's not finding shinies. Because if you find like a decent amount of shinies, it doesn't matter if you fail some of them. Because you find enough of them that you'll inevitably catch some. It sucks when you you just don't find any shinies, and then when you do, you have a solid chance of failing it. You lose your spirit for several months after. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty annoyed. Same with like 2023. 2023, I had to put a 28,000 hunt on hold in Fire Red Leaf Green and then proceeded to go 20,000 for my first phase for Safari Week on the same games. Luckily, I caught it. But then I got an under odds, and then I went 38,000 and failed the 38,000. Like, it does suck when you, like, grind thousands upon thousands of encounters in a span of, like, 10 plus days. And then you don't really catch anything. Or you don't even find anything, really. Because, like, I typically do, like, 60k encounters in a Safari week. Like, that should be enough to find, like roughly, like, 8 shinies. 6 to 8 shinies, something like that. And, like, a lot of times I do that on my odd number years, I'll find 3. So you found 6 shinies and half of them fled and Heart Soul Silver. Yeah. I haven't found too much, but that Pikachu I got was big yesterday. This encounter slot calculator is helpful. Are you doing the one that I'm talking about? It's a program. Like, you get it from GitHub. I feel like you got that really fast, and I didn't like fully tell you which one it was. Aiming for 40 to 50k encounters. I don't even know what I'm aiming for. I don't know what I'm at. What am I at right now? Let's see. So phase 1 was, to be fair, the first like 4,000 encounters were like not during Safari Week, so I'll still count it just in case. 60, that's not the calculator. 65.99 plus 58.62 plus 9,006 plus 14.52. We're currently at 22,919. Definitely slower than I normally go during a Safari Week. For sure. But I haven't been doing like much offline hunting. That's kind of the biggest thing. The Shiny Finder GitHub. The one I use is just called Encounter Calculator, I'm pretty sure. Unless they change the name, did they update it? Because the Encounter Calculator goes up to Gen 7. It doesn't include Gen 8. Which is, like, it's only 2 games, but it's like, you know, it is kind of annoying that you can't, like, calculate stuff that includes, like, Flash Fire, Storm Drain, stuff like that in, like, Sword and Shield and BDSP. Can't remember if you started following you in 2023 or 2024. I think you get some extra time to go hard with Safari today. Nice. I can see when you started following me. I just click on your name. At least on Twitch. I don't know about like YouTube and stuff like that. Hoenn has been following since July 2nd, 2024, but that was when the account was created. So if you had a like your pre-Marinas account or something before that, because it says account created July 2nd, 2024 and following since July 2nd, 2024. But then there's your pre-Marinas account. I don't know when that was a thing. Think you can see it on YouTube? YouTube is, like, not the most public about a lot of things, so I don't know. You can see when people join, like, make their YouTube channel. I don't think you can see when they've been following you. Yeah, I don't know. I think your oldest comment on your channel is phase 2 or 3 of your Torkoal hunt. What's crazy is I don't even remember when that was. Like, I don't remember what year that was. I want to say 2021, but I'm not sure. Great Miranda came sometime after while you had mobile issues. You can start watching YouTube videos pretty sure that you're doing Twitch. It's just saying on Twitch that you created your Twitch account and followed me the same day. So, did you create a Twitch account to follow me on Twitch? Or did you have another account prior to that? How am I not running from these Pokemon? Why do I do this to myself? Since I think you were moving to Twitch only streaming at the time. I did that well after July 2nd. Maybe I was toying with the idea of it. You follow a bunch of people here now too. Follow Tot and Arcanine soon after making your account. Yeah. It's so funny, like, you mentioned them. I feel like neither of them have been, like, posting at all, and then now they're streaming Safari Week. It's like old school. I know Supreme Arcanines doesn't really do, like, he doesn't really do content anymore on, like, YouTube and Twitch. But I don't know what happened to Taylor's a Taylor. I don't know why he, like, hasn't really been posting or streaming that much, but he's doing it now for Safari Week. Oh, I'm gonna ding dong soon on one of these games, I just realized. You don't watch streams as much as trying to stream yourself, but still come on here for you and Silver when you can. I'm like the opposite, like... Actually, no, I'm not the opposite. But I don't really watch live streams, like, at all, really. I used to a lot more, but there's so many other things I watch, and I just never get to them. Like, I don't think I've actually watched a Safari Week stream yet. Why am I off my bike on that game? How did that happen? It's been hard to find a good place in time to stream since you had to move again because your roommate's dead. Was being not nice. Interesting. Interesting that your roommate's dad would even, like, be present. You know? I knew it. That game's always the first game to ding dong. I don't think I've yet to have the other games ding dong first. I'm just gonna get another encounter on this. Okay. No shinies this reset. I'm curious how many more encounters we'd be able to get if we weren't repel tricking. The repel trick really slows down the encounter process. He owns the whole apartment, but he's really there. It's a problematic security camera in your living room. Oh, that's crazy. Found another magma after 3472. This time it's still silver. Nice. Oh, flat after 4 balls. Dang. Dude, the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone is just, it's too brutal, man. Like, I don't know how people target, like, somewhat hard to catch stuff in that. I can't even catch a Hoppip in this Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone. Oh, I should probably switch out my recording. Dips out for a bit. You miss anything? Nope. No shinies. I mean, we're not super far in. I would like a really fast one, though. It is an even number year for Safari Week. I need to get, like, one under 1,000, right? Alright, now we start. Double Scyther. The other reason you moved, either way you got a lease for your stall. Your small studio, hopefully will be final apartment. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully things work out for you. Never mind, Tauros. Pinsir's your white whale. Actually, you can't just declare a different one's your white whale. White whale is not something you just decide is your white whale. If you mean like main target that's hard to get, then yeah, that's not what a white whale is, though. A white whale is something that you've been trying for forever and you just can't get it, despite you probably should be having it by now. For a while, Nidoran female was my white whale. Pinsir would be a really cool one to see in the Safari Zone. However, I don't need shiny Pinsir, because I got one from the game corner. Oh, I totally need to interact with my buddy in Pokemon Go. Hi, it's been an hour. Actually, apparently it's been over an hour. Come on, get excited, please. Your white whale with Smeargle for about 2 days. See, I feel like if it's for 2 days, then it can't be considered a white whale. Like, I'm thinking more along the lines of, like, years. Like, for example, it took me, like, 3 years to find Nidoran female the first time. Despite it being one of the most common things. Caught Chansey first ball, finally hunting Lucky Egg on the side. The sad part is, it most definitely will not have the Lucky Egg. Trust me. It only took me like 100 Chanseys caught to get a Lucky Egg on one. No way, it actually has it. I hate you. I hate you. It took me so long to get a Chansey with a Lucky Egg. Would 3-segment Dunsparce be considered white whale, given you have over 300 phases over a few years? I would consider that a white whale. For over triple odds for it, it's taken you a while. I feel like a white whale shouldn't be that hard of a thing to define. Like, you guys don't have to ask me what's considered you guys shouldn't have to ask me what's considered a white whale. But you guys were over here like, my white whale is this Pokemon that I decided I want to get now. My white whale is a Pokemon that I spent 2 days hunting for. like, no. Streams are blessed because you failed the execute off stream. Well, I bet if it was an execute on my stream, you'd still fail it. I failed like 4 or 5 executes in a row. I think it was 4 in a row. I think I caught the 5th one. It was 3 days with the day I caught it. That does not change anything. It does not. You're like specifying. No, it was 3 days. Okay. You can't say a shiny you've hunted for 3 days is your white whale and got. Dude, like a normal shiny hunt would take longer than that. Like not even including like failing some in the safari zone. Time is relative. Yeah, and for white whales, 3 days is not enough. Not even close. Shelf a female Zoro could be your actual white whale after all these years. Then yeah, that would make more sense. My white whale about to be freaking male Doduo though, let me tell you. It is actually, I've only found one and I failed it. I can't believe that this year I've been able to get 3 shiny Pikachus in Gen 3. It's actually insane. Is it weird that I like low-key hope the next Pikachu I find is female? Even though it technically would be better if I got a male next. Because if I get a female next, the next one has to be male. If I get a male next, it doesn't matter what gender the next one has to be. But it'd be really cool to have a shiny Alolan Raichu and a Safari Ball. Been hooked on Sword and Shield again lately. You go on such hyper fixation phases. That's me with Minecraft. I'm like super into Minecraft again after I played it like one time a couple weeks ago. I was just like, well, this is my life now. It'd be cool to do a Sword and Shield DTQ. But I gotta finish my Alola quest first. I can't be doing other DTQs until I finish my current one. Safari Ball Raichu would be fire. I want Alolan Raichu Safari Ball. Because as it stands now, I mean, it depends on what I get. But as it stands now, the one I caught already, that's going to stay a Pikachu. I kind of just wish I had more games of, like, copies of Emerald. I'd be, like, way more confident getting, like, multiple Pikachus if I just had more copies of Emerald. But I don't want to buy more copies of Emerald. You see the dilemma? You want shiny Alolan Raichu so bad you can technically get in Sword and Shield, but getting it in a fastball is the dream. So you know how you do that, right? You just farm a bunch of fastballs from the Cram-O-Matic and then do Dynamax Adventures, and every Alolan Raichu you find, you throw a fastball at. Can you hunt Pikachu in Heart Gold Soul Silver? You probably can, but is it worth hunting in Heart Gold Soul Silver? That's the question. Because then you can catch it in a fastball there. Which would be pretty cool. Let me see. Pikachu. The issue with looking up Pikachu is that there's so much about Pikachu that, like, you gotta scroll down so far. Heart Soul Silver, Viridian Forest. Oh, I'm sure it's like... I mean, you can use static, though, so what do we got? 6% morning, day, 5% at night. So it's like, it's pretty much the same encounter rate as what I'm doing now. That would be your best bet of getting Pikachu into fastball is Heart Soul Silver. Or a Alolan Raichu. I just closed out Twitch. Whoops. No one say anything until I get back. I'm just kidding. It saves the chat. I'm okay. We're okay. You know how common or rare Alola Raichu is on those Dynamax paths? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't do Dynamax Adventures like at all, so... I am not the person to ask about that. I could not tell you. In fact, I didn't even realize you can get Alolan Raichu in Dynamax Adventures till like 2 days ago. So yeah, best bet of getting a fastball Alolan Raichu shiny is Heart Gold Soul Silver using static in Viridian Forest. It's actually crazy. I feel like I should hunt that. But all the other stuff is stuff I don't need. I'm better off just doing the Trophy Garden. Because everything in the Trophy Garden I need is, everything that I can get in the Trophy Garden I need. Because it's like all Gen 4 stuff. Outside of like Pikachu and Pichu. And then the Backlot Pokemon. Which I have the Backlot Pokemon set to Igglybuff and Jigglypuff. So I get... I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna not run static in the Trophy Garden and just hope that one of the phases is like an Igglybuff or Jigglypuff. I mean, if I can get a freaking 10% Magneton, maybe I can get a 10% Igglybuff or Jigglypuff. It is 5% each technically, but 10% overall. You don't have Alola games or bank, there's a solid chance me never gonna be out with how much you get a lock in play. I ran out of repel. Just found a shiny Solgaleo Lunala could be hunted in Sword and Shield. You just found that out? That's crazy. Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, the Tapus, Zygarde. Those are the only... That's the only way to hunt those Pokemon in main series. Like all of them. All of those ones. Now, as it stands now, you can get Solgaleo and Lunala in Pokemon Go. And then you could get Necrozma in Pokemon Go. And you can get the Tapus in Pokemon Go. But you can't get Zygarde. Still, the only way to shiny hunt Zygarde is in Dynamax Adventures. You never done Dynamax Adventures when they first released? The connection to friends was so bad you never did anything with it. I just don't like the idea of them having like essentially an online shiny hunting method. It's the same thing I feel about like the Diglett method. Although the Diglett method, it sucks like overall, but it's one of those things where it's like a method that's like easier to accomplish if you have friends online playing with you. It's just poor. It's not a good design method because then like inevitably when people aren't going for those things anymore or playing other games because the games are old, it's just gonna be harder. Like Zygarde. Zygarde you technically can solo, but it's like you need a really specific path. It's like other than that you need multiple players, and it's like, dude, in like 10 years from now, are you gonna be able to actually find more players for doing Zygarde raids? I don't think so. Or max battles, I should say. That Scyther kind of looks shiny while going across the screen. What's up, Common? Welcome in. We're actually doing pretty well with on Safari Week so far. No like crazy fast phases, but we've caught 2 targets, which is good. Hoping to catch one more. If I can catch one more shiny for Safari Week, we'll declare it a good year. Definitely doing some apricorn farming today. Never knew about the tree shaking trick until today. I have a whole tutorial on my YouTube channel on how to farm apricorns in Sword and Shield. You can buy them from a girl. And I just highlight the areas where you can buy them from. Where you can find her. And I just like highlight a path that's like really good for finding her. Comment, I don't know if I thanked you for the shiny luck, but thank you for the shiny luck. Just hit 30k encounters for Safari, including pregame. I think what I say I was like 22,000 or something in. Been replaying Scarlet with a fire monotype run. It's been going smoothly. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it's gonna be like that hard. Unless you're doing it like Nuzlocke. But I don't know how Nuzlocks work in like open world Pokemon games. It's raining over Casseroya Lake, and now the game is a quarter of the frame rate. Hey, when that happens. That's the real challenge in playing through Scarlet and Violet. The frame rate. Hopefully we never have to experience a Pokemon game like that ever again. That was the first time in the entire series where I played the game and just immediately was like, this game feels unfinished. And it never got better until you bought a $500 console. Isn't that crazy? You can buy apricorns from someone in Sword and Shield. Yeah, so the way it works is there's a girl in a blue shirt around the Isle of Armor that spawns randomly. She has multiple spawn points, and she can actually appear in multiple places at once. And I think she initially is the girl that shows you dex entries that you haven't found yet. Like, it's like 100 watts, and she shows you a Pokemon in your dex that you haven't found yet in the Isle of Armor. So when you have everything registered in the Isle of Armor, she'll then just start selling you 4 apricorns every time you find her for 100 watts. So you just like go around like finding her a bunch of times. And then remember, if you want a sport ball, you put in different apricorns in the Cramomatic, and if you want a safari ball, you put in the same apricorns in the Cramomatic. Thanks, really, you know, it will come handy. Yeah, and watch my video on YouTube. I showcase like a pretty good path to like consistently find her at, like a bunch of her different spawn points. Arcanine, Armarouge, Scovillain, middle of Firestarter before Skeledirge, which is Crocolore. Legendary using a big fire rot guy from the desert after really colossal. You can also get Torkoal in that area. You can also get Larvesta in the desert by the heck is the Porta Marinata. You really want a fastball first for your electric types? That's the white ones. You'd have to look it up. I know like green is friend, pink is love. Blue is lure. Fastball might be red. Like, some of them are kind of weird. The big fire thing, yeah. You have a shiny Volcarona chilling at home. Nice. Really cool. It was your first shiny in Violet. My first shiny in Scarlet was a Stunky. And I was really confused as to why there was just a shiny Stunky there and it didn't sparkle or anything. Come to find out, that's just how Scarlet and Violet worked. First was a grammar outside the one town the water gym leader runs off to. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, my first playthrough of Scarlet, I think I found... So, I found, like, a good amount of shinies, but I was hunting some of them. In terms of, like, random shinies, I think I found, like, 5 of them, just, like, playing through. And then my second playthrough of Scarlet, I found 3 random shinies. And then I was just like, huh. Shinies might be too easy in this game. And then my following playthroughs I did of Scarlet and Violet, I just didn't even pay attention to Pokemon, so I didn't find any shinies, but probably ran past a few of them. It is if you have the right things with sandwiches. That's false. It is just too easy to find shinies in Scarlet and Violet, regardless of you doing full odds or sandwiches. It's not only with sandwiches, it's literally all the time. It's just too easy to find shinies in Scarlet and Violet. Same goes for ZA. You have to, like, go out of your way to make shinies feel like shinies in those games, unfortunately. Hopefully they balance it a little better in Winds and Waves, but I don't think they will. You haven't got ZA yet, so you wouldn't know. So base game ZA, the only issue it has is the fact that when a shiny is rolled at any point, it will just stay indefinitely until you stumble upon it, or if you somehow roll 9 other shinies, or I guess 10 other shinies, and never catch any of them. So what happens is, if you're, like, actually shiny hunting, and I'm talking, like, actual shiny hunting in ZA, not literally just flying to the same spot over and over again after an hour and then checking if there's shinies. I'm talking if you're actually, like, looking for the Pokemon and whatnot. It feels like you're shiny hunting. And it feels like, you know, shinies might be kind of rare. But when it comes to just, like, random shinies, you find random shinies left and right in ZA. And then because of the fact that shinies just stay, what people do is they just, when you fly to an area, it, like, refreshes the spawns, but if a shiny is rolled, it'll stay. So people will just, like, constantly, like, spam A on the map to, like, fly to the area over and over and over and over again to just like constantly refresh spawns. And then after like an hour or so, they'll just like check and have like 5 shinies on their screen at the same time. And then there's also some areas where you can just like AFK shiny hunt and just like farm shinies and whatnot. Or there's one area you can do it. So them doing that really made shinies really easy. And then the DLC happened, and the DLC made it so that you can make sparkling power donuts. So you can make shinies really easy there, because a 1 in 512 shiny rate, or however it is, might even be higher than 1 in 512, because shiny charm is... No, I think it's like 1 in 585, because there's no like outbreaks. But still, having like a 1 in 600 chance with overworld shinies that you can refresh instantly is very broken, and you can just find a bunch of shinies. Also, sparkling power donut, if you have a sparkling power level 3 donut and you go into a distortion with it, you're just guaranteed to get a shiny every time. Like the sparkling power 3 donuts just give you a guaranteed shiny every time. So yeah, they made shinies too easy in ZA. Like, base game, it was okay, and then the DLC happened and just, like, made it, like, freaking Scarlet and Violet on steroids, pretty much. Must be nice to have DLCs. I think the DLC in ZA ruined the game, honestly. I think the game was better without the DLC. The DLC makes me not want to play the game anymore. I was, like, totally fine with the game before the DLC. Like, my opinion on ZA was, like, this game is good, but has some flaws. Post-DLC, I was like, this game is very mid, and I don't really want to play it anymore. Sword and Shield are crap without DLC, in your opinion? That's just an incorrect opinion, though. Mind you, anyone in chat, Hoen's the one who loves Scarlet and Violet. They think it's like a top 3 Pokemon game, so... They say Sword and Shield's crap without the DLC. Just take it with a grain of salt. Does it still, it still got the ding from Arceus? Yeah, it's the exact same sound effect, too. The difference is, you have to be in very close proximity to the Pokemon in order for it to go off. So it feels more like Scarlet and Violet, where they just don't sparkle. Because 90% of the time, you'll see them before they sparkle. When, like, in Arceus, there was a little bit of distance. You had, like, you could be between them for them to sparkle. So, like, the sparkle's there, but it doesn't hit the same as it did in Arceus, unfortunately. With the DLC, you appreciate Sword and Shield. See, like, I don't get that, though. Like, I feel like the Sword and Shield and the Scarlet and Violet DLCs are very similar in, like, what they offer. Sword and Shield, it's like the DLC for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion, are just, like, more of the same game. So, like, if you like Sword and Shield initially and you get the DLC, it's gonna be great. If you don't like Sword and Shield initially and you get the DLC, it's not gonna be that much better. You're not gonna really care. And I really felt that for Scarlet and Violet. I will say, objectively, the Scarlet and Violet DLC is worse than Sword and Shield's DLC. Like, regardless of my opinion on the game. Just because of, like, what it offered versus what Sword and Shield offered. But yeah, like, I feel like, you know, if you like Scarlet and Violet, you get the DLC, you're gonna like the DLC. I did not like the DLC because I didn't like Scarlet and Violet, and it was just more of the same. DLC Sword and Shield have way more to do for you than base game. I guess that's fair. I do not like Dynamax Adventures, so... Like, I know a lot of people that's like a game changer. To me, it's not. The reason why I think Sword and Shield's DLC is objectively better than Scarlet and Violet's DLC is because Scarlet and Violet added a handful of new Pokemon in the DLC. pretty much one of which you can shiny hunt, and the rest are all shiny locked. When Sword and Shield added, like, huntable legendaries in the DLC. Like, you can get the Reggies huntable. And then there's Dynamax Adventures, which, for me, I'm not a fan of, but you can at least hunt the legendaries in that. So there's, like, at least, like, a lot of content with those alone. When Scarlet and Violet, it essentially is just play through the game and that's it. Yo ho boy. What's up, Listina? Welcome in. Okay. I didn't realize I ran out of multiple repels on these games. But it has been 30 minutes, so I guess that checks out. But that means for sure these Fire Reds are gonna... Fire and this Leaf Green are gonna ding-dong a lot earlier. As a Scarlet and Violet DLC enthusiast, you do understand that frustration. Why do you like the Scarlet and Violet DLC, though? Is it just the story? Because, like, I have no issues with the story. It's just, like, once you beat it, that's it. You can shiny hunt Poltergeist. And then you paid for Pokemon you can find in other games. Cool. I don't even count, like, Dipplin or Hydrapple because you could already hunt them in Sword and Shield, technically. Like, those are more so, like, returning Pokemon. They just got new evolution. Half odds for Heart Gold Soul Silver now. Nice. Oh my gosh, you might actually hit over odds. That's insane. Although you're combining them when you're, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I've hunted shiny Jirachi before. No, I have not. I will at some point, but I'm trying to finish my Kanto shiny living dex first. I plan to do a like a DTQ with shiny Jirachi, same with shiny Manaphy, but I want to finish my Kanto shiny living dex first because we're getting relatively close. We're pretty close if you don't include forms. We're relatively close if you do include forms. That and getting to do hide and seek as other mons, to be honest. And hunting wild starters. Okay, but the hide and seek thing you need to have people online to do, which I don't think is a valid thing because, again, have fun doing, like, go do it right now, I guess. Like, just get people to do that with right now. And then, in 10 years from now, no one will be doing that, you know? Like, I feel like the online features like that shouldn't really count because 10 years from now, they're gonna be so irrelevant. They're kind of irrelevant now. The starters was cool. It was cool for the first time being able to hunt, like, the Galar starters outside of eggs, although I don't like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, so it wasn't, like, that crazy for me. Doing 18 more Emerald encounters, then done for the day. 18, that's very specific. You still have one from channel, and they have 0 speed. A shiny one, or just a regular one? The channel one's kind of crazy because it's, like, unique. The Coliseum bonus disc one is, like, less unique, but that's all I have to hunt it with. It'll still be really cool to get, like, the Coliseum bonus disc one. Why do my games, like, what? I swear my games are, like, at an angle now, and they weren't earlier. I'm gonna... That looks better. There we go. Can you hunt Galar starters through Emerald? You mean Pokemon Home? Why did you say Emerald? Pokemon Home? I don't know how you would do that. How would you hunt the Galar starters through Home? You can't hunt any shinies through Home. Phase 21, it has a mark. I don't know, dude. 1 in 20, and you're only on phase 21. I'm so pessimistic when it comes to stuff like that, because most of the time I go like triple odds for those things. But hopefully you got it. Technically, yes, but you would need to make an account for home. I'm pretty sure those are shiny locked, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. The event ones, I'm fairly certain are shiny locked. I would have probably seen people get them shiny if they were huntable. Trying to find friends to do the social stuff with while you can. Of course, your IRL friend and people do stream, share, collab or something. I feel like it's just hard to get people to like want to play hide and seek in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you know? That's also not like a feature of the game. That's just something people figured out they could do because of the synchronized thing. The Galar starters weren't locked. You're gonna have to send me proof. I'm not gonna believe you guys. I would have for sure seen it online. Why would only the Galar starters be like huntable, but all of the other ones that are released in the exact same way are locked? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like I would have known about that if that was true. You got Selby bonuses from Japan just for 2860 yen. Nice. The only issue with the Japanese bonuses is that you need a Japanese Wii, or you need to like homebrew your Wii to unlock the region. It sucks that Wiis are region locked. Region locking is such a dumb thing. I like thought about this the other day, because I was like thinking about like my friend who bought a Japanese version of XD because it was cheap and he couldn't play it on his Wii, and I was like, that's so stupid. Like, that's just so lame. Like, why would they region lock consoles, bro? It's so stupid. Isn't the Switch 2 region locked, but the Switch 1 isn't? Isn't that a thing? Dude, region locking consoles is so lame. Like, especially like from this standpoint, it's like I can just put this Japanese Fire Red in my DS Lite and it works fine. But like, I wouldn't be able to play a Japanese version of a game on my Wii because the Wii is region locked. Like, that is such a lame thing. What's the point of that? I want to get Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire, but I don't want to spend the money on it. And the Japanese version I can't just use on my Wii. I don't even think I could use the Japanese version on, like, I wouldn't be able to send stuff into it on the Japanese version either. I think the best option for Pokemon Box Ruby Sapphire is the PAL version, because it's English and it's not thousands of dollars, but it's still pretty expensive. It's like a couple $100s. You see your proof of the shiny Charmander pick you forgot where you put them? I didn't. Did you send them to me? I didn't get notified for anything unless you just did it. What's this? See, like, you deleted your Blue Sky account, so like I don't have that message thread anymore. And then you wait, hold on. Requests. Was it requests? Wait, I have a bunch of requests that I like hadn't seen. Oh my gosh, and then there's a bunch of bots on the hidden. Holy crap, dude. Twitter is ridiculous. Wow, there's like messages I've gotten on here that I didn't even know I got. I'm not seeing... Oh, I did find you. But you didn't send pictures. Oh, you said you posted them on your Blue Sky? Okay, well, I gotta find your Blue Sky now. Jeez. Making me go on a scavenger hunt for your... I might not... I don't even know. I don't even know what to search. I don't even know what to search. How do you delete a message here? I don't know if you can. It's fine. Just whisper me the link. What's up, Crispy Bacon? Welcome in. But I bought Japanese white and white 2 to get shiny Genesect. Nice. My shiny Genesect's just from Go. Like I don't need to like get the original event. I mean, it's like technically not legit anyway, so it's like I'm not gonna buy a Japanese version of like black or white 2 just to like get an exploited shiny. Taking your advice with all that anyway, with the having weird accounts, but they're not being active on them. And better on your mental health. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you don't want to be like at using social media, it's like just don't use social media. Like you can just delete the app. You don't have to delete your account. Because at some point you might want to get your account back, and that's just a whole nother chore if you keep deleting accounts. Definitely the better option. How do you whisper on Twitch? I think you can click... Isn't it just like /whisper and then my name? You might be able to just click on like my profile or something and do it. Or like go into my channel and just, I don't know, something like that. People do it all the time. For me, I click on people's names. I mean, I can put something in chat. I can put something in chat so you can click on my name easier. There you go. You only have Discord on your laptop. They stress you out being on your phone. You've done that before, right? Yeah, I've done the DNS exploit. I'm saying like for a shiny, if I already got one from Go. Like I don't need to like buy another game just to get an exploited one. Just so it doesn't have like the Go symbol. Like I'm not that picky about it. Like I already have one that I technically hunted. Like I don't need to get the event one. Remind you of Pimp Knight's Dragonite animations. I forgot about Pimp Knight. I used to watch Pimp Knight, and then I don't know why. I like realized I wasn't into battling, so then I just like stopped watching him because that was like his main content. I don't even know why I watched him to begin with, if I'm being honest. Nothing against the creator, it's just not the kind of content I'm interested in. $71.75 since last shiny. Oh my gosh, almost odds. That's crazy. My last shiny was over odds. Do you get 16k since last shiny? Do you count it? I don't know. I feel like if you're separating your... Like, you still have yet to get a 16k on a single hunt. Like, on, like, a specific hunt. So, I feel like we shouldn't count it. Like, if you're getting 16k, but you have, like, 5 hunts going, like, separate hunts that are all, like, not 16k, I feel like that's not going 16k for a shiny. Like, it technically is, but, like, I don't know. Like, it's... You fail your next Safari shiny, you're going back to Hitmonchan. If I fail my next Safari shiny, I'm gonna just keep hunting the Safari zone, unless it's, like, after Safari weekends, because who knows, I could go that far. That tends to happen. Next Heart Gold to Silver Shiny, you're gonna run Emerald on 3DS emulators and then go all in on Marie. Next shiny, I just hope is like a Doduo or another Pikachu. I'm gonna be honest. Like, those would be nice. I mean, like, Jigglypuff would be nice, I just don't think I'm gonna catch a Jigglypuff if I get one. Even though, technically speaking, I am due to catch a Jigglypuff. It's a 1 in 3 chance to get caught per ball, and the last one I found, I threw 2 balls at it. So, like, we would be at odds for catching it in the next ball. You don't have the strength to resolve to stick to Safari after consecutive fails yet. True. You should try to reclaim Execute. Unrelated, but you should try to reclaim Execute. It only took me 5 executes to reclaim it. You're never getting a win that way, true. If you end on a fail, that means you're gonna be stuck on a fail as your last one. No, the best thing you can do is go until you win 1 shiny, and then that's where you stop and say, alright, we're ending on a win. That's what you do. You don't want the stupid eggs to even appear again, though. But you'll never reclaim them if you think that way. Do you know how cool Executor is as a shiny? Executor is a cool shiny. You'll keep going? Nice. Good. That's what we like to see. Why am I doing these in the wrong order? This is not the order I'm supposed to do this in. Found a lot of shinies, but you've caught as many as your first Safari week. Uh-oh, we're gonna ding-dong soon. Uh-oh, the ding-dong is inevitable. I ran out of repel in that game. What? Oh, I just realized that this, I need my YouTube chat to, like, not cover up my screens, because I do need to be able to see if I find a shiny on the, oh, I think I just need to make this window smaller, actually. There we go, that's better. Did I not get encounters on these games, or did I just run from them? Wait, what's going on here? Did I not get encounters on those games? I'm starting to think I just didn't get encounters on those games. I just didn't get encounters on those games. What is wrong with me? Why am I like this? In order to whisper, you gotta verify on your phone number, and you've been trying to do that, but Twitch isn't accepting your number for some reason. Interesting. Crazy how that works. There's not like send me a code or anything. The video was titled "The Strangest Shiny Hunt in Pokemon Made by Lettuce Leaf." You can just look it up. Okay, maybe image file. I'm not gonna look it up. Like, I'm just not gonna look it up, you know? Maybe image file can look it up and then send it to me via whisper. I don't know. You love grass type shiny, especially when they're fall inspired. But isn't that a little overdone? You'll never not be angry at the failed potential of shiny Leafeon. I hate to say it, like, most of the evolutions aren't good shinies. Like, the only good ones I would say are like Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, and Sylveon, but like, I feel like Umbreon has become such an overrated Pokemon that it's hard for me to even like say anything remotely positive about it. And then Espeon is not like the best shiny ever. Like, the best shiny evolution is probably Vaporeon. Or Sylveon. But Sylveon is just they swap the colors around. Like, it's kind of basic. It's a basic change. It just looks good. It's gonna ding dong. I didn't. That's insane. Planning on doing a badge quest for Hercules Silver when you're done with your Halloween hunts. At some point, I might do like a badge quest or like a DTQ for every region, except for like Paldea. Like, I just don't really have a desire to just like hunt Paldean shinies because they're just too easy and not exciting. Like, that would be a matter of like a 10-minute video, and like no one would care, you know? Same would probably be said for Winds and Waves if that's like anything remotely similar. Alright, let me get one more encounter. Did I add that? Am I dumb? Hold on, let me check. 2651. I think I did it. I did add it. Okay. Dude, how do I get this learn more thing off of the YouTube chat? I don't want that big old bar there. Okay, I gotta reset these games. I gotta reset these games and then take a quick break. We'll never see if I caught that Doduo or not. Alright. Next chance you find, you also catch, but it's 1%, not 5%. Dang. That's crazy. It's still, what, level 23 one or something? Alright, I will be right back. After I delete this recording. Alright, be right back. I forgot to unmute. Okay. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Thank you for the welcome back. Must be nice finding different color pixels on the Safari. Well, we haven't found anything today. Also know you were talking about Carkol, the one before. Oh, you said the big one, so I just assumed you meant Colossal. Currently at 27,000 for first phase. Dang. That's like my giraffe rig I got last year that ran. Hopefully you get something soon. Hopefully it stays. Dude, this freaking egg just keeps like losing its yolk, man. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing's losing its freaking yolk. I gotta shove its yolk back in. Get in there. Okay, that's better. Professor Oak's voice from the original Snap. Welcome back. I keep hitting B. Why do I keep hitting B? I'm not trying to hit B. Now I'm trying to hit B. Okay, let's get these games in the correct spot. Let's get these games in the right spot. Do you love the fact that Terra Normal Fletchender basically screws Miss Magius AI because of their ghost and electric attacks? Ah, true. I mean, they can still get hit by the electric attack, but just not as strong. You need, there's no, like, normal ground type, is there? I want to say there is. You need that. Or, sorry, you need, like, a... What? Like, a... Terra Normal as, like, a ground type Pokemon. So just a ground type Pokemon that's Terra Normal. And then you're chilling. What am I doing? I was like about to just like start getting encounters even though I'm not even in the right spot on these games. We're gonna make an RRL event for Safari, but maybe you can make one next year for something when you're in a better life situation. I mean, it's hard to make like IRL events, like in general. It's pretty ambitious. When you're doing a fire mod type, you gotta work with whatever you can. Ah, true. So what you're saying is you need to get a Numel that's normal Terra type. That's what you're saying. Apparently the Midwest is supposed to get incredible temps soon. You might have to take one on the road trip to see your buddies. I think right now where I live, the temperatures are pretty good. It's like 70s, I think. Like mid 70s. We just had the worst weather imaginable last week. We had like 90+ degree weather and wildfires. So it was like bad air quality too. You just like couldn't go outside. Doesn't Miss Magius levitate to avoid ground weakness? Yeah, I'm saying like if you want to avoid all of their attacks. Because your ground typing and normal Terra type would be immune to Ghost and Electric. You can just hit it with like a freaking bite or something. Like no matter what you use. Hit it with just some strong neutral. Oh, I know, but defensively, you're only the one type, so you wouldn't be able to do ground. Never mind. I got it mixed up. I don't know why I was thinking offensively. That would actually be crazy if defensively you had all 3 types. It's like 70 degrees right now. Great compared to the past week or so. Yeah, it was like almost 100 degrees like the other day. 70s are like low-key cold at this point. Did I get the video link? I'm not seeing a whisper. No, I didn't get anything. Or did you like send it to me on a different platform? No, no one else sent it to me. Huh, that was the first time that the animation being turned on Emerald actually slowed me down. I had to wait for the oddish animation. You can't send the links. I'm sure there's a way you can figure out how to verify. Remember the wildfires in that area when you went to Niagara a couple years ago? Yeah, every year since like 2022, we've gotten the Canadian wildfires that have just like made it so that there's just smoke everywhere. Dude, another shiny Pikachu would go so hard. Or a shiny male Doduo, that would also go pretty hard. So many birds and none of them are green. Both of those Jigglypuffs were male. I think male Jigglypuff is rare. I think it's 1 in 4 though. I don't think it's 1 in 8. Can you borrow your hat so you can end your egg curse? That's not how that works. Because I'm pretty sure I still failed like 2 executes wearing the hat before I caught one. Streaming tomorrow and Friday? Probably. It is Safari Week. We gotta get freaking shinies, man. Twitch is still saying to provide a valid phone number even though you copy and pasted yours. Maybe you put a different phone number in your account when you created the account. Maybe it was a different phone number. Oh, shiny Hoppip! Oh, that scared me. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna add 11. We pretty much got 11 encounters. Dude, the Hoppip is back on the same game as the last time we found it, too. Again, losing the coin flip of Jigglypuff. Hoppip, I think, is 40%, so it's not like that much different. Yeah, Hoppip number 2, 2,816. See, the thing is, I'm so due to catch this thing, but the issue is, the last one stayed for it stayed for 2 turns, which is like, I feel like I'm due for it to flee this turn, like turn 1, so I'm not confident in catching it. Alright, yeah, let me get these games out of here so I can get a picture of this thing. Dude, this is like, I can't believe we've gotten like this many. I'm just gonna turn these games off. These Fire Leaf Greens, I'm just gonna reset, like, it doesn't matter. I can't believe this game got another shiny. Okay. Let me get a picture of this thing, and then we will attempt to catch it. So I gotta turn the lights off. It's gonna get all dark and scary, guys. It's gonna get dark and scary. So scary. Alright, can we get a good picture of this thing off? I gotta be careful. I almost just dropped my phone on the run button. Okay, why am I holding this at a weird angle? These look fine. Yeah, these look fine. Alright, these photos look fine. Let's try to catch it. I wonder if I can make it so you guys can hear the audio. Dude, why is this camera angle so off despite it being like straight when it was zoomed out? I don't I don't really understand that. Okay, well, angle this down. I'm slipping and sliding. Okay, that looks fine. Alright, how does that look? It looks a little, slightly blurred, but I don't really want to adjust the focus. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it up here. You'll be able to hear the audio a little better, I think. And then I don't have to angle this camera so far down. Unless the focus is, like, a lot worse. It might be. I don't know. That looks fine. Alright. Shiny Hoppip number 2. 50% chance to get caught, 35% chance to flee. Last one broke out 3 times. Let's see if we get it. Guys, I guarantee it was running if it didn't get caught that turn. I think this is the first year that I failed a new shiny and then reclaimed it in the same year. Now, like, technically I failed execute and then reclaimed it, like, in 2024, but for it being, like, a new thing, you know? Like, I had already failed execute and caught an execute way before that. Oh my gosh, dude, we got Hoppip. I don't know what to nickname this thing just yet. We'll figure it out at some point. I will be saving the game. I gotta retire. Crazy that you get unlimited steps, but you can't save in the Safari Zone. Alright, get your nature guesses in. It's officially a great Safari week. Our curse is still active. Call it a blessing, call it a curse. My goal is always to catch 3 shinies on a Safari week. I've only been able to do that on even number years. This is the 3rd time in a row on an even number year we've been able to do it. Why is Wade calling me? Don't call me Wade. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be... they're usually neutral natures. I'll guess Bashful. I'm gonna guess Bashful nature. We got an Impish, Bold, Hasty, wait, did I already read that? No, multiple Impish guesses. Cilantro, Bashful. Alright, I guess Bashful as well. It's gonna be... Lonely. Lonely Hoppip. Not anymore. Dude, it came back. It was lonely. It came back. That's why it came back, guys. It was lonely. Look at it walking next to me. Hopefully this looks like halfway decent on stream and like on YouTube and whatnot, because the focus thing is so weird, because like sometimes like it's depending on like the size of screen you're looking at, it can either look like really liney or like really good, and I don't know. It's tough to say. Alright, let's see. I don't know how well you can hear the sparkle, so this is where I'm gonna flip my mic around. My voice is gonna sound absolutely horrendous, but the game audio should be fairly loud. Alright, we got regular Farfetch'd, Hoppip, that shiny. I gotta turn animations on. And also heal my Hoppip, apparently. Can't escape, yes, indeed. Oh. Definitely not going to be able to escape with this level 45 Honchkrow. All right, so we're for sure failing Jigglypuff if we find one, right? That's kind of what's happening. I don't have confidence in Jigglypuff at all, dude. Oh my gosh, Hoppip's feeling better. Okay, let me turn animations on. We'll also throw it out in the Pokeball, the Safari Ball. We got regular Fearow, shiny Hoppip. Nice. Guys, I have 3 shinies for my Johto shiny living dex now. 3 shinies now for my Johto shiny living dex. We're making good progress. There's no way. It wants to just feed me these Pokemon that will just absolutely destroy my Hoppip. All these birds. Oh, I got away that time. Nice. Alright. Pop-off time now? I sure hope so. That was a pretty fast one. I think I said last shiny. I think I said we need to get one under 3K now. I think I said something like that. Dude, we will take it, man. We will take it. I probably should adjust these guys. Because multiple people have thought that these were like the wins and fails. So I want to try to like make it look like I don't know. I don't know how to make it so it doesn't look like they're wins and fails, because they're good. That's the only space I have on this layout is right there. And if I put them to the sides of the numbers, then like, I don't think I can fit them in the middle. I could make the wins and fails text smaller on the layout, but I'd have to do that off stream. Yeah, I don't... We'll just go back to what it was. We'll just put it back there. Alright. We have... Which one's the Hoppip? That one's the Hoppip. So we're gonna duplicate. And then this one's gonna go over here. There we go. Nice. You believe you were able to DM you the video? I still don't have a Whisper. Put the wins and fails underneath. Oh, that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll do that. I can't do that now. I'll do that off stream. That's a good idea. I just have to move the exclamation recent shiny dex and then Kanto shiny living dex text. I can just make them smaller or move them around or something. That's a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, you sent it on Twitter. Oh, okay. Let me see. Although Twitter's being... I mean, at least you told me. Because, like, Twitter does not tell me when I have requests. Okay, I did get it. I did it. I'll check it out later. Twitter does not notify me when someone, like, requests a DM, which is crazy. It used to. Maybe I have to change that. I don't know. Yeah, 3 for Johto. We got some progress on our Johto shiny living. For those who don't know, Johto is, like, the least amount of shinies I have for any shiny living dex, I'm pretty sure. It only had 2 for the longest time, and both of them were just evolutions of Kanto Pokemon. Like, one was Crobat, and one was Slowking. So, like... It's like our first, like, actual Johto native Pokemon. Yeah, Johto was at 2. Hoenn was at 14. Sinnoh, I think, was at, like, 15. Unova was at 10. Kalos is at 5. So Kalos is pretty low. Alola's at 10. Galar is at 12, and then Paldea is at 14. So, like, Johto is, like, by far the least amount. Yeah, even less than Unova. That's because I like Phazon stuff, you know? I don't know what's with Johto. We just couldn't get anything. What's up, Odd Eyes King? Welcome in. Okay, I saved that clip, right? I think I did. Yeah, that was our 4th shiny. Dude, this is a solid ratio. 3 for 1 on the wins to fails. You know it's going downhill after this, right? Like, next phase is going to be Jigglypuff. It's going to run first ball. It's good. Good to see you again. It's your second or third time here? Your second time here? You missed it? Yeah, I mean, like, what did you expect? You should just come to expect that, if you leave my stream, I'm gonna find a shiny at this point. Let's be real. Okay, let's get going. Let's set up phase 3. I gotta write down this number. 2816. It technically was like 2815. Should I say 2815? I like got an encounter after the fact. I'll just say 2815. It's not a big deal. Oh, I just named the counter 2815. I didn't. No, the counter is Hop It 2. Hop It 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time that I have gotten a shiny or failed a shiny for the first time in the Safari Zone and then reclaimed it the same week. Usually, like, it took me a while to even get my first ever Safari Week reclaim. Also, I gotta flip my mic back. I know my voice sounds terrible, but it's fine. Yeah. It took me like a year to reclaim the Krabby. Also, why is this, like, this cord is getting, like, chewed up. It's like, it looks like something's chewing it, or it's, like, rubbing against something, but, like, I don't know what it would be rubbing against. It's really weird. Okay, let me go back to that. Okay. Is there a them today? A what? Oh, a theme? The Safari? Yeah, it's Safari Week, so we're doing Safari Zone shiny hunting. Gonna bet the good luck shall continue. You jinxed it. This is where my luck ends, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna go 30k next phase. Keeping the meme alive, you're walking over to your mom's. Yeah, true. Good luck on the hunt. You're trying to catch thick, fat Snorlax that has adamant nature for the last 2 days. Good luck on that. That'd be cool. Be cool if you get it. Thick, fat Snorlax. Chonky boy. Chonky boy. Alright, let me reset up this hunt. And let me reset my counter. Back to 0. Dude. Pretty satisfying. It's crazy I haven't found a Doduo yet, but overall, pretty satisfying Safari Week so far. Not gonna lie. Okay, let me, I guess, get this back in the zone. Why is Ralph calling me? Save the game. Zoom out. I did adjust the focus. I'm gonna have to readjust the focus, I'm pretty sure, for these games. That's okay. Okay, let's get all these games set up. It's so funny, because, like, I don't want to deal with, like, resetting up the emeralds. And since they don't use steps, I just, like, keep them... I just keep them open, but you can't, like, close them like a DS, so they just, like, they just stay open the whole time while I'm, like, catching the shiny. It's Pretty funny. This is not the order these games were in. There we go. Alright. Been nicknaming them Glutton. Nice. Solid name. You're looking the execute I can't even talk, man. Yeah, the execute hat. It's my Safari hat. Because Execute's a pretty prominent Pokemon in the Safari zones. It's I think you can get it in every Safari zone except for Hoenns. I could be wrong on Johto. It might not be in Johto either, but... I'm gonna have to move these over, aren't I? Something like this. Okay, let's get this angle better. Wait, how am I zoomed out all the way? How are these not fitting on screen now? Oh, because I can back this up a little bit. That's why. That's why. Okay. I think I need to move this over. I don't know about this far. Something like this. Something like that. Alright, let me just quickly check the focus, and then we'll continue. I think these are going to turn off. Yep. I don't know why that happens, but it does. It doesn't do that when I turn the TV off. It's only when I turn the TV on. Okay. So what I've been doing is I've been doing autofocus, which has been working. But for some reason, the ones on like the far left. Was it like this before? I almost feel like I almost feel like it was 0.3 before. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna try to focus a little more on the back. There you go. That's probably gonna look good. Does it even look any different? I swear this focus looks different than before. Let me go back. Let me do... Let's do that. Let's just do like one click over. See how that looks. Focusing this camera is really weird. I don't know if it's gonna get much better than that, I'm gonna be honest. Alright. Back at it. "23rd phase, no mark, dang. Unfortunate." See, my pessimism is valid, you know? Although I originally said you were gonna get it in like 6, so maybe I wasn't being pessimistic. Okay, let's get this guy back in. Craziest thing about getting that second Hoppip is that, and failing the first one, is that we could have had 2. We could have had Skiploom shiny. I did not mean to run into that grass. I gotta turn off animations. Wait, I'm gonna do this. Because I don't want to reset using LR start select, because that's very difficult to grab in the setup. Dude, I was gonna remember to turn off animations, and then I like actually straight up forgot to. Okay. That's the first time I've gotten an encounter on one of these games like that. Alright, we got 2 encounters so far. So we gotta remove... We gotta not encounter on 2 games now. For this set. You missed a good catch, though? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, everyone misses it, dude. It's a meme at this point. Every time I find a shiny, like, half of my chat is like, oh, I missed it. I don't even know. Like, you guys might just be trolling me. It's definitely a possibility. You saw that right away. I didn't even see it this time. I got jump scared by the freaking loud Gen 4 sparkles. I was saying this like a couple streams ago. The Gen 4 sparkles are so loud that I like literally get jump scared by them. And then the Gen 3 sparkles, I'm kind of like, wait, did I hear a shiny? And I'm like looking around. Every time, like, there's like no missing shinies in Gen 4. It's like so crazy loud. Where'd I get the hat? Was it custom made? Yeah, I made it myself, actually. I made all my hats. I have a Sinisty hat. I have an absurd Manaphy hat. Ooh. It's not Reply Repel. I've made all of them. This hat's probably the most comfortable to wear. The Sinisty hat is like an oven to wear. And is like really hot. It also was really tight and I had to adjust it. But I did adjust it so it is more comfortable than it was before. And then the Manaphy hat is so massive that it's like you have to literally like practice wearing it. Like it's so hard to wear. You have to like train yourself to balance with the hat on. It's insane. Okay. We're ready for the next phase. I'm just gonna not get encounters on Heart Gold Soul Silver for this set of encounters. And that's gonna be 11. There we go. I'm trying to run out of habit on the Heart Gold Soul Silver. Oh, I can turn this off now. I don't need this on anymore. Remember watching some of your videos a long time ago. I think you remember some shiny hunting videos you made in the past. You think you also made some competitive battle videos? I never made any competitive battle videos, but I definitely shiny hunting for sure. That is the main thing I do is shiny hunts. I've never been into competitive like at all. I made videos of just me like playing through my Pokemon games. So maybe that's what it is, but not like competitive. Oh, hey, that one fled. That's the first time we've had something flee after throwing a rock at it. That's good. We like seeing that. Oh wait, I was about to say I forgot to turn off animations again, but I never restarted my Emerald. So. Maybe mixing up. Maybe you're getting mixed up with someone else from competitive. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people that do competitive battle videos. There's probably someone who has a similar vibe. Good luck with Safari Week. Can't believe it's already day 6. Is it really? I haven't been hunting as much as I, like, usually hunt, too. I've just been so busy outside of Safari Week. Or, like, outside of, like, streaming. I want to do some offline hunting. And just, like, farm more encounters and stuff, but I just, like, there's stuff, like, I literally have a list of things I want to, like, try to get done. And I just, like, by the time I'm, like, ready to hunt, I'm like, man, I could only hunt for, like, an hour before it's, like, midnight. I don't really want to hunt past midnight. We'll see. I would like to get a lot of encounters in. Especially, like, we're having a really solid week so far. 3 wins, 1 fail, only 1 over odds so far. And it was not even that far over odds. You only on your day 2 today? Yeah. Good luck on whatever you're... Are you targeting anything specific? Do I continue Safari Zone even after the week ends? It depends. I always will finish out my phase that I'm on if it goes over. But, if I, like, finish a phase and it's, like, the last day, I'll probably just stop. There's too many things I'm, like, trying to hunt outside of Safari Zone that, like, I might come back to it. Because, I still need, like, Jigglypuff for my bingo card and whatnot, but, as it stands now, probably not. You just hear you can't believe it as a pun, or are you tripping? No, it was a pun. Do you see that concept from Iwata's journal that he kept during development of Gold Silver? No, I didn't. What was it? What was the concept? Speaking of, like, Gold, Silver, Crystal, I've been seeing people post shinies that they're getting in the Crystal Safari Zone. What does that even mean? There's no Crystal Safari Zone. Are people using, like, some sort of, like, ROM hack or something? Because I've been seeing, like, a few shinies in Gen 2 for Safari Week, and I'm like... I was like, oh, are they targeting stuff that can flee? But it's like, they're saying in the Safari Zone, and I'm like, how does that work? How does that work? It's a mod for Crystal. Okay. He wrote, I want Machamp to crush me, but then he denies it later. Actually, Color Wife's come up and protect you. He's going to hang out with Machamp. He changed. Yeah, okay. Why does that sound familiar, though? Is that, like, actually real? Or is that just, like, a joke that's been spread? What did you just hear? Dude, YouTube chat's always on something different. That's how it was when I streamed YouTube a couple years ago. Also, if anyone is watching YouTube, the stream through YouTube, why am I throwing a ball at this Pikachu? Don't get caught. Yes, breakout run. Oh, it stayed. Dang it. If anyone is watching my stream through YouTube, make sure you follow me on Twitch. I know that sounds completely opposite, but I don't know how consistent I'm going to be streaming on YouTube, if I'm being honest. It's harder on the internet. My internet isn't the most consistent thing. And I'm doing this for Safari Week just as like a little like test thing. But I mainly stream on Twitch. But I will probably stream on YouTube for the rest of Safari Week. We'll see. I wanted to set up a new way to like multi-stream and see how it worked, so that's why I'm doing this today. And so far, it seems like it's working pretty well. Because remember, like, when I was using Restream before, we would have that issue where, like, my stream would restart, even though I never, like, disconnected or anything. So I, like, didn't want to do that again. So I wanted to try something else. And this seems like it's working pretty well. It's really cool. It's a nice hat. Maybe you should make a Fungus or a Moongus next. It depends. Like, the hats I make are, like, based on, like, specific hunts that I plan to do that I know might take a while. Like, the Sinisty hat I made for the Antique Sinisty hunt, and also for my Curry hunting I'm doing, because I'm going for Antique Sinisty from Curry. The Execute hat is just my Safari hat, so it's like, I wanted to have a Safari hat for the Safari weeks, and I thought it'd be funny to just have it be an Execute. And then the Manaphy hat is when I hunt for Manaphy, because that's going to be a crazy hunt. The Manaphy hat's crazy, too. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the llama. It's a full Manaphy. I think it's actually bigger than Manaphy's canonical size, too. And the antenna light up. I have it so that the antenna light up. What about a Jigglypuff hat? I don't know if I want to make a hat for one shiny from my Kanto Shiny Living Dex. Last 4 chances in a row have stayed after first bait. That was me when I was going for them on the Switch. They were staying, like, pretty often for the baits. But they just were never getting caught and having lucky eggs. Sounds like a crazy Manaphy hat. Yeah, let me just show this up. I might have to, like, charge the thing, though. So let me switch to full face cam so you guys can see it a little better, because I don't want to take it off. Okay, so it's over here. Antenna. And then the other antenna is right here. And then this is the battery pack I'm holding. And I can put it in the back of it. It does have battery, so this will work. This will work. I have this little pouch on the back of it. And there's just a USB that sticks out its head. I'll plug it in, turn it on. I'm not gonna button the pouch back up yet, but now, boom, lights, and this is the music setting, so it goes to sound, so I can. It's like disco. Let me turn the lights on. Let me turn this light off too. Okay. I can change the color, so like we can do, that's orange, there's red. I wanted to originally do red. Some of these colors are pretty cool though. It's kind of hard to show on this camera, but like this one's pretty sweet. It's hard to see on this camera, it kind of just looks like white, but it's pretty cool. So we'll go back to music, so that one's the most fun. But yeah, that's the Manaphy hat light up. I gotta move this. These antennae get in the way. Unfortunately, they get in the way, so I gotta move them around. I will take the battery out because I don't want this thing to like get messed up if it's like always hooked up to power or something. And yes, this is a hat, believe it or not, but it's very difficult to wear. It takes practice to wear the hat. But I thought those lights were sick. They were like $18, I think, and it was this huge strip of lights, and I fed it through. So it's like in the head, it hooks up, and then it like feeds through one antenna. And then I have like a bunch of it in the ball, and then it like goes back through the head through the other antenna because it's like a really long cord. So that's what that is. But it looks sick. Okay, let me get back to Safari Week layout. Boom. What Pokemon cards are on the frame on the wall? They're the entire set of Shining Pokemon from Shining Legends in 2017, all graded. Not all PSA 10, but some of them are 9s, I think actually only one of them's an 8. Both of my Shining Jirachis got 8s, which was really disappointing, but every other one got a 9 or a 10. Okay. Maybe if you end up with similar bad eggs luck, you'll make a shiny execute necklace. That'd be cool. Life is like that. Often, sometimes you have a long list of things you'd like to do, and then you get to want to do shiny hunt or something else. The day is already over. Yeah. No, like literally, like it's crazy how fast. Cause like I only stream for like a few hours. I think it's just like the things I do just take longer than I think they're gonna take, you know? I think that's kind of like what it is. Like I'll go for a walk and then that walk is like over an hour long. Even though it like should be like 40 minutes. And then I'll be like, okay, let me do this one thing, and the one thing will take like 2 hours. I'll be like, okay, that was supposed to take like 20 minutes. You're currently targeting anything, but your main targets are Tauros, Chansey, Goldeen, and Dratini. Nice. What's up, Peridot? Welcome in. Time flies while streaming too. Yeah, I mean, it's already 5 o'clock. I've already been streaming for 3 hours. It felt like 2 hours, but I guess I did get a shiny, so. I probably should end soon because, yeah, I do have to kind of get stuff done, like I said. But I'll stream tomorrow. And probably Friday, too. Not sure about Saturday and Sunday. It depends on if I have time. But maybe we can get, like, a couple hundred more encounters, you know? These encounters go up pretty quickly. Been a while since I've seen one of your streams. How am I? I don't know why I was like, how are I? I'm doing pretty good. I'm streaming on YouTube because I wanted to like test something with like multi-streaming. And also I figured it's Safari Week. I'm still gonna stream mostly on Twitch. For anyone who's in the YouTube chat, I am gonna stream mostly on Twitch. So I guess follow me on Twitch if you want to like still see my streams consistently. But you know, there's nothing wrong with having a YouTube stream every now and then. I just wanted to see if I was capable of doing it. And it seems like this has been working pretty well. But that being said, my internet's like running really well today, and some days my internet doesn't run as well, so I don't know if I'd be able to like multi-stream if that happened. Safari Weekend Sunday. The last day is Sunday. It goes from Friday to like the next Sunday. It's like 10 days. I need to turn animations off on this Emerald, and now it's becoming a problem. It is becoming a problem.
Does put a smile on my
Yo,
face.
Pokey Maddie, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Dude, like, very solid Safari Week right now. I could end right now and be pretty satisfied. It is still weird that I haven't found a Doduo yet, despite me having a 64% chance on 8 of my games. Sorry, 7 of my games to get Doduo. That being said, I just haven't found a shiny on Fire Red Leaf Green since doing this repel trick, so that's definitely why. Sometimes Thanos jump scares you, but it's funny. Good. Keep you on your toes. You need to get back into shiny hunting. Just been too busy with work and college. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to find time for stuff like that sometimes. the best thing you can do is like plan a day for it. Be like, all right, this day I'm gonna do this. Because if you try to do stuff on a whim, you end up not having enough time to do said things on a whim. You have to like plan ahead. Yo, happy Safari to use 2 based Ashley. Or is it Bast Ashley? Okay, which one of these games ran out of repel? I think it was the bottom one. It was the bottom one. I'm so smart. Doing stuff on a whim has been your struggle, you've noticed, yeah. I think like the reason why I say like you gotta plan stuff ahead, like I know that sounds so basic, but like think about like if you're gonna like work on like a project or something. Like for like say you're like redoing a room in your house, or like you're gonna like build something, or like you do something. Like you can't just like wake up one day, eat lunch or breakfast or lunch, do your usual go-to, and then be like, all right, I'm gonna dedicate a couple hours to this, because those projects take so much longer than you'd think. You have to be like, all right, this day I'm dedicating entirely to this thing, and then it feels so much better. Must be good at rhythm games from controlling all your consoles like that. It's not really like rhythm, it's more so just muscle memory. I don't think I'm bad at rhythm games though. I don't really play rhythm games too much. Like I played Guitar Hero back in the day. It's definitely an interesting hat for and your streaming room is pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's my Safari hat. So you got Super Mario, Galaxy, Yoshi. Oh, it's the popcorn bucket. It's not the plush, it's the popcorn bucket. It does not have popcorn in it, though. I wanted to use it as an actual popcorn bucket. It seems like it'd be the hardest thing to clean. So, like, I just haven't yet. Maybe I'll, like put candy in it or something for, like, Halloween. I keep it on my dresser, but it's, like, in the way when I have all this stuff set up, so I have to move it. I just set it on my bed. Is that Minecraft Pinata? It's Fortnite. It's not Minecraft. Fortnite Battle Pass. This year's an even number, so how would I rate my Safari Week so far? My goal for every Safari Week is to catch 3 shinies. And I have only been able to do that on even number years. So I would say we're doing well. And none of them have been duplicates yet, which is good. Although, yeah, duplicate would be like female Doduo. Like, female Doduo would be a duplicate. Nidorino and Nidorina at this point would be duplicates, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Nidorina shiny. I've never seen Nidorina shiny in the zone. You don't know if you'll ever be as good as playing ahead as your dad, though. He gave you the best car you could have ever been gifted and keep stuff from decades around that are still useful for the future. Sometimes you just gotta, like, figure out what, like, it's kind of like a learning curve. It's just experience. Do you need any of the shinies you caught for the living decks? Every single one, technically, yes. Every one I've caught so far, I've technically needed. For Hoppip we just caught. I needed that for Johto. Nidoran we needed for the Nidorina. We completed the Nidoran female line now, finally, after 6 years of hunting in the Safari Zone. And then the Pikachu we needed for the gender difference for Pikachu. Because we found 2 of them in the Kanto power plant earlier this year, and they were both female. But we need 2 males. That one was male. So we need 1 more male, and then we also need 1 more of either gender for Alolan Raichu. which I want to get one. It'd be cool to get an Alolan Raichu. I'm doing an Alola quest, and it would be really cool if, like, my Alolan Raichu for the quest was in a Safari Ball. So I, like, kind of want to get, like, I'd be down with a female Pikachu at this point. Even though male would still technically be better to get for what I need. But it'd be really cool to have one in a Safari Ball and a Alolan Raichu for the quest. I'm also thinking about going for Cubone in the Crystal Game Corner for a Alolan Marowak for that as well. So I think that'd be cool. Aviation will definitely improve your planning skills. You hope you can make it to airlines by 33. You just gotta get like 10 hours of flying per week. It's 10 hours of flying per week. I guess that's not like that crazy. It is if you're balancing it with like jobs and stuff though. You need like 1,500 to make it to commercial, yeah. Good luck on that journey. That would be crazy. I thought that game got an encounter. It did not. See, isn't it crazy that we can, like, find a shiny and then already be, like, almost 500 in on the next phase? I probably would have so many more encounters if I hunted off stream. It's like every time I hunt, I get, like, a couple thousand. But I just, like, haven't been hunting off stream. You can probably give people free or super discounted tickets if you make it. Nice. You can be like, oh, I think I'm just gonna fly over to Worlds this year just because I can. Guess your plan now will be to do Hunt Safari during your streams and Silvers later. Good plan, good plan. Try to reclaim Execute. See, even though I'm not hunting Execute, and it's... unless my Repel wears off and I get an encounter, it's not a possibility to find. Execute's still relevant. That's why I got the Execute hat. Looking at the hours of Steam playtime, you could have been a commercial pilot like 30 times. True. It's always like a scary thing, like being like, should I check how long I've played said game or whatever? Should I check how long I've played this? I don't know if I want to know that answer. You don't want the eggs, though? Oh, you want the eggs. Deep down, you want the eggs. The eggs are always watching. They're always ready to strike. They strike, and then they run away. That's how the eggs work. They work in mysterious ways. When you least expect it, the eggs strike, and then you're, like, taken aback by the eggs, and they're like, JK LOL, and they run. That's how they work. We're talking specifically the yellow eggs, though. The pink eggs, they typically stay. What's up, Haste Up? Welcome in. We do not have the Hoppip on the recent yet. I'm literally just gonna add every clip to the exclamation recent that I get from Safari Week until Safari Weekends. I have not added the Hoppip yet because I just got it. They should made the shiny eggs green. I think they look pretty good as yellow. They're kind of like a bronze color in the later games. Almost like an orangish color. It's always something like I feel like most people, when you think of shiny execute, you think like, oh, they're yellow. But like, they've been like orange longer than they've been yellow. Like, the orange is the more prominent design of them. Maybe you'll go fishing next stream. Get that 1% Dragonair. Be the first person to find and catch shiny Dragonair and have it be documented. I didn't take all your luck. I've never hunted Dratini in the Safari Zone. One day I will. It'd be cool to have a shiny Dragonite in a Safari Ball that's like from Gen 3. I always say that like once I get to a point where I don't really need anything from the Safari Zones, I'll probably just mainly fish in Kantos just to see if I can get the Dragonair. We already got to 500. When do these repels wear off? Oh, I'll just go until like we ding dong on the switches. That'll make sense. That'll be a good place to stop. Or a ding dong on one of the switches at least. Would you ever go for the 1% Dragonite SOS? Yeah, probably. I'd have to do like I'd have to be in a position where like I'm pretty satisfied with like the full odd shinies I found, where I don't really have too many projects going on and I can just like do it on the side. But yeah, I've definitely thought about that. 5 chances in a row stayed after bait. That's insane. It's a 45% chance for them to flee first turn. I guess that's like similar to, you know, that first Hoppip breaking out 3 times, right? 3 times in a row breaking out. I'm like imagining these Doduos are green now that I like haven't found one yet. You ever get a Lola again, you'd so do the 1% Salamence. You don't know if it was Sun Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon exclusive. I want to say the Dragonite is Sun and Moon exclusive. I could be wrong though. I literally like looked it up not too long ago because I was making my Gen 7 Dratini video. But I don't remember. I would imagine Salamence is like the same as Dragonite. Maybe they weren't exclusive, but maybe like Sun and Moon had like an extra spot you could get it. I don't remember. But yeah, definitely a really cool hunt. Now here's the thing, if you go for the 1%, would you break your chain for every shiny you find, or would you just fail every shiny until the Salamence shows up? Because, like, on one hand, it would be more optimal to just, like, fail every shiny. On the other hand, it wouldn't be that hard to, like, start another combo, you know? Like, I think Dratini's, like, 10% with the bubbling spot. Or, yeah, I think it's 10% from fishing. So, like, it wouldn't take that long to, like, get another Dratini chain going. Probably fail shinies into Salamence. It's your absolute favorite dragon. Dude, you're gonna hate my opinion on Salamence. I think Salamence kind of got ruined by the 3D games. I used to, like, as a kid, I used to think Salamence was so cool. And, like, I just don't think that way anymore. Like, I don't know. It just, there's something about it that I feel like it just lost its aura with the 3D games. It's, like, a lot fatter. Like, I don't know. It's not as menacing. I used to really like Salamence, too. You actually kind of agree. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like I rate it lower in terms of, like, all of the pseudos. I still think my least favorite pseudo is probably Komo. But I usually rate Salamence pretty low. Like, out of all the pseudo legendaries. Still has its good design, but the Cry and Sprite in Gen 3 were epic, yeah. It just looked so much more... Even in Gen 4, like, the Gen 4 sprite is so clean. There's that trainer on, above the resort area. The Ace trainer that uses Salamence. Oh my gosh, it's always so crazy looking. Oh, I guess I ran out of repel. I thought I saw that, but I, like, didn't really pay attention. Shiny Jang Mo-Oh is the cutest thing ever. Little pink heart. I wish, like, the pink heart is cool. The freaking, like, lemon yellow with it doesn't look that good. It's like too clashing of colors. Owen just has amazing dragons. Flygon is extreme close. Yeah, I love Flygon. Flygon has not fallen off for me. Most of Gen 3 has not fallen off for me. I'm not even gonna sit here and say, like, Salamence is bad. It's just, like, it was so much cooler before. I don't know. I have a Shundo Salamence in Pokemon Go. I got it on the Community Day Classic. We were walking around. I was just, like, catching I was fast catching. If you don't know what fast catching is in Pokemon Go, you essentially, like, it's kind of like an exploit, but they allow it. They've even improved it. And essentially you can, like, manipulate the UI to allow you to throw a ball at the Pokemon and then run away from it without having to sit through the animation of it, like, if it gets caught or not. And I was doing that on Bagon Community Day Classic, and I caught a couple shinies doing that, and then we were, like, walking along, and someone posted in our Discord that there was a perfect Bagon, and I was like, oh, I'm like, we gotta go get that. We were really far away from it. I'm like, oh, we gotta go get that. And we started, like, walking back to it, and I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna make it. And then I was like, okay, we were over there not that long ago. I wonder if I caught it. And I just, like, I went in my inventory, searched 4-star, and there was a shiny Bagon showed up under 4-star, and I was like, oh my gosh. I apparently caught it, and it was apparently shiny. You can find a place to go week to week. You may actually be active in that game again. Yeah. That isn't a bar. That isn't a bar. Wait, what? What's not a bar? Ding dong. I'll get one more encounter on this emerald to make up the 11. Places you should go to every... Oh, that isn't a bar. I see. I see. Sometimes the separated text. You know, if anyone plays Pogo at the Y, though... Man, you just, like, I don't know what you're talking about. What the heck is the Y? You know what? It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. The YMCA? Oh, I'm sure people play Pokemon Go at the YMCA. Dude, Pokemon Go would have been so sick when we went to 5th grade camp. Oh my gosh, that would have been nuts. But yeah. I think I'm stinking about it. I think this is where I'm gonna end today. Successful stream. We got a shiny. We reclaimed Hoppit. And already almost 1,000 in on the next phase. So we will more than likely stream tomorrow and the next day. And we'll probably stream on YouTube those 2 days as well. So people in YouTube will be here tomorrow. But we'll also be here on Twitch. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. And yeah, that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. And I will see you